Yeah, just never die mentality. Just wanted to have a controlled aggression all night. And yeah, make sure they felt me. I don't want the season to end right now, so I got to put it all on the line.
Can you talk about the fourth quarter in particular? And you're known as being a good teammate and a guy who looks to get his other guys involved. But do you ever battle yourself internally, like maybe I just got to do this myself versus worried about getting everybody else involved? And does that, in moments like that fourth quarter when everything's on the line, is that what's in your mind, or do you have to fight your instincts on that?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely the balance you have to find with my position, my job, and with the skill set that I have. I know that I can get us points by me scoring, but also making sure that my team, and I'm using my playmaking ability to get everybody going and just make the right play. I got guys on my team that can finish plays, so just making sure that I'm balancing and making sure I'm making the best play for my team at all times. And you're right, sometimes, in the fourth quarter, the ball has to be in my hands a little more. But it's just about, having that feel for the game and finding that balance.
15 rebounds, 5 steals, 2 blocks from Asar Thompson. How big was he for you guys tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he was great. He's a great player, and that's what we need from him. Him imposing himself on the series and imposing himself on the game like he did. He's shown that he's beyond capable of that, so we needed it tonight.
Cade, I'm sure you grew up watching some playoff Blues as a kid. What was that like going back and forth with Paolo? I think you two were the first to have 45 points each in the playoff games since Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm sure it was a great game. Hope the fans enjoy it. But it's a great win for us. That's what we needed.
Cade, I think you're like 6 weeks out from the injury now, and you just played 44 minutes in a playoff game as the focal point of their defense. Can you talk about how maybe that injury has affected you, if there's any lingering effects? Do you feel stronger as this has gone on?
Yeah, I feel strong and stronger.
We talked about you relishing the moment and have all season, but what specifically is it about being in the big moment that you relish so much?
Just the opportunity. Not everybody's, blessed with those type of opportunities to have pressure and to, have things on the line like that. A lot of times I feel undeserving of how great of moments I get to be a part of. So I'm just thankful for it. Just try to, make the most out of it.
Cade, earlier today, Duncan said that there's kind of a simplicity when you get to this point in the season where your back's against the wall just because you don't know if there's going to be another game. I mean, how much do you feel that mentality when you're out there tonight, and how far do you think that can take you in a game when your back's against the wall?
Yeah, I mean, we all felt it. You have to feel it. We've had a great season so far. None of us want it to end. So, you got to put it all out there. We dug ourselves a hole, like I said. And, now it's time to climb our way out. But it's possible. We handle our business tonight. We got to go to Orlando and handle our business there.
Cade, JB said that you feel the moment, understand the moment. Could you very early on in this game feel what this was, that maybe it was going to be a 45-point game? That might be what was needed in this moment by you. Could you tell right away in this game?
Like I said, I mean, going into the game, I wanted to have a controlled aggression all night. And, I think just my mentality and the way that I prepare my mind going into the game all day allowed for, what I thought and what I prepared for it to become and to happen for me. So just got to keep it going now. They're going to make adjustments. They're a good team. And, we got to go to Orlando and do it in front of their crowd. It's going to be a lot of adversity, but we're excited for the opportunity.
Cade, in what ways does this feel more like Pistons basketball to you tonight, and how do you guys maintain that in Game 6 and possibly Game 7?
Yeah, it was, just more flying around. I feel like we played freer today. It wasn't as much of the tightness that, we had played with in some of the past games of the series. We played free. Obviously, there's a lot on the line, so, everybody was locked in and putting everything out there, but I thought there was still a freeness to us that, allowed us to, make shots and execute, and not think so much.
We'll take two more, Larry.
What were you thinking? What'd you see on the step-back jumper with 32 seconds left, and how glad are you that you put in time for free throws in practice to have a night like this?
Yeah, I have missed too many free throws this series, so definitely had to lock in on that. The shot, it was just thanking the Lord, for this day, and thankful that I had the opportunity to do what I love to do and make plays on the biggest stage.
Cade, no matter what you guys did today, you weren't going to win the series by winning this game, but how important was it for you as a team to sort of perform in a way and not let this be the last game and not let some of the patterns that you guys were showing the first 4 games, the turnovers and missing free throws, offensive rebounds, to show the world that this wasn't the way that the Pistons play basketball? I don't know if you guys talked about, let's go be ourselves in this game and show everybody that.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely the message. And, I think we showed a little bit of that today. I think there's still a lot that we can learn from tomorrow, watching the film. We still have a higher level of play than we put out there tonight. But tonight was a hard-fought win. It's not going to be easy. So, we'll take every win we can. But, there's still more that we could put out there as far as execution and taking care of the damn ball. Still too many turnovers for me. So, it's a lot we can clean up on.